Welcome to All About Refacing. It's a Q&A show all about kitchen cabinet refacing. We've got 3 new questions for you here today, so let's get started. What are the pros and cons of using different types of materials for DIY or cabinet refacing, such as veneer and laminate, or veneer versus laminate? Well, they're just different materials. They install basically the same. A veneer and a laminate are going to be both contact cement applied. So same prep work. You're going to still be sanding your face frames, applying a contact cement. A lot of cutting those strips, applying them, a lot of trim work, router work, file work, hand filing. So I would tell you, on a DIY setup, if it's your first time using veneers or laminates, you're going to have a rough go at it. And if you're not very good at applying those things, it can turn out to be a real mess. So be cautious of that. I would say if you're doing a DIY refacing, you're probably going to be limited to a very simplified version of refacing, which would just be redooring only, which is not even refacing. You're just painting your frames and putting on new doors. And then beyond that, if you're going to do a full real refacing, I actually think a 1/4-inch hardwood might actually be a little more DIY friendly. But of course, it's going to be more expensive on the parts side. So there's trade-offs either way. But most likely what you'll find out on a DIY front, when you start looking into it, it's going to be a little out of your wheelhouse, and you'll probably end up throwing in the towel and calling a pro and going from there. What are some space-saving cabinet accessories for small kitchens? Space-saving, probably just pull-out trays, and then if possible, if you've got a pair of base doors with a 3-inch center stile, cut that 3-inch center stile out and do double wide trays all the way across. You will gain that extra, it doesn't seem like much, extra 4 or 5 inches, but if you do that in a handful of pull-out trays or drawers throughout your kitchen, you're gaining quite a bit of space there. How do I find reputable contractors or suppliers for my cabinet refacing project? Probably just your basic Google search, check the reviews, look at their work, all that kind of stuff. Look at their work is a really important one. There's so many refacing providers out there that advertise for cabinet refacing services that have no results to show at all. I always kind of question my customers, like, how in the world did you even get those people to your house? Why would you ask somebody to come out and explain something to you that has no results to show? So look at their work, check the reviews. If you found somebody that has worked with them, that's always a good idea. If you have a friend or a neighbor that's used somebody, that's a good place to start. But cabinet refacing is a specialized trade. If there's anybody in your area, a quick Google search should show them up pretty easily. There's only a handful of contractors in any given area that do cabinet refacing. It's not like you can just go out and find a cabinet refacer on every corner. There's a handful in any major market. Thanks for tuning in. If you have questions about refacing, put them in the comments down below or use the contact form over at allaboutrefacing.com. Everything that we talked about here today will be linked down in the description below. See you next week.